Mediocre. A common word that is used to define, of only moderate quality, not very good. Alabama basketball has been considered one of the most mediocre programs in all of college basketball history, consistently being a bubble watch team that barely makes it in, or, like what happens almost every year, not make the NCAA tournament. In the past 10 seasons, Alabama has had a solid but mediocre record, going 192 to 148. Even with this, Alabama has still sat in SEC mediocrity, consistently finishing in the middle of the pack almost every year. Seemingly out of thin air, Alabama has risen out of the dust this season and has accomplished their first ever 10-0 SEC conference start. Not only did they accomplish this feat, they also have been named a top seed in Joe Launardi's most recent bracketology analysis for the first time in bracketology history. KenPom, one of the best advanced statistical ranking programs, also favors the Crimson Tide, as they're ranked 7th. Well, today in this video, we will discuss their stunning success and how they reached this fame in under 2 years. On March 24th, 2019, Alabama decided to cut ties with former NBA coach Avery Johnson and fired him after an upsetting NIT loss in the first round against Norfolk State. His coaching career at Alabama was summarized, well, as mediocre. The best thing happening to Alabama during his tenure was a second-round exit against Villanova in the 2018 NCAA tournament, led by star guard Colin Sexton. Since the absence of Sexton, Alabama basketball fell, causing tension between Johnson and the university. With the firing of Johnson, Alabama turned to the University of Buffalo's head coach, Nate Oates, to lead the team to a bright future. With his time at Buffalo, Oates reinvented Buffalo basketball, going 32-4 in his final year with the Bulls and bringing the team to the NCAA tournament, eventually losing in the second round against Texas Tech, who would go on to lose against Virginia in the national championship. The Bulls finished the year ranked at the 15th spot on the final AP poll, validating his time at Buffalo. Oates' first recruiting class was an improvement from the year before at Alabama, finishing in the top 25 nationally and bringing in 3 4-star players as well as former 5-star transfer Javon Quinterly, which was an enormous win for the Tide. The Tide's first game of the season was against UPenn, a small Ivy League school that Alabama should easily win and start off the season with a nice start. But this happened. And then this, and then this, and then this. Despite a star-studded class, Alabama finished the 2019-2020 season 16-15 before the pandemic cancellations. After the saddening end to the season, Nate Oates set out to bring in a top recruiting class for the next season to help out with a big defensive problem, which he did. Oates received the 12th rank nationally and managed to sign multiple top-ranked players such as Josh Primo, Alex Chaku, and top junior college guard Keon Ellis. With this outstanding class and the potential from the class from the year before, Alabama knew they hit gold, which they did. For the 2020-2021 season, the team is led by star guard Jaden Shackelford, a 4-star sophomore who's averaging 13.8 points per game, 4.1 rebounds per game, and 2.3 assists per game. His sidekicks include John Petty, Herb Jones, and former Villanova transfer Javon Quinterly. The trio combined for 30-plus points per game and more than 10 rebounds per game. To say the least, this team has many leaders and star power at the form of elite shooters. The squad averaged a whopping 39.9% so far from behind the arc, the best in the SEC. They currently lead the SEC as well in the standings. This season, Alabama has beaten top teams such as Tennessee and Florida, and they sit at a 15-4 record and had an undefeated start to the SEC season. They currently sit at 10th in the AP poll, reaching their highest rank at 9th in the AP poll of the week before. Alabama has a legitimate chance to make the Final Four in the first time since, well, ever. Sure, Alabama's resume isn't filled with the best Power 5 wins, but you cannot deny the recent success the program has had. Will Alabama stay consistent and make it to their first Final Four this year? Well, Joe Launardi believes so.